We're on our way to Olinda, the biggest carnival in Recife. Beautiful girls of Brazil. Claudio asked me to speak about my girl that I met here in Olinda, and I met a girl. She's from England, but she's Brazilian. Her name is. So I enjoy spending my time with her, and I like her. I love her. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time in Brazil, man. I'll tell you, it's a good time, and it seems like we clicked when we met. So we were able to really have a good relationship because we both like each other and we both can communicate well with each other. But she speaks English, but I'm not prejudiced against Brazilian girls. But it's good when somebody speaks your language to communicate.
Yeah.
I love the carnival. I thought it was a good time. I mean, the people of Brazil are great, and I'm stuck. I was started here, and I met a nice girl. I had an amor de Carnaval, and it was a good time. But then it ended really devastatingly bad. So I spent some time here. I traveled to João Pessoa with her, and she went crazy, and I had to take a bus back. But I was able to travel outside of Recife.
Ai, ai, saudade, saudade tão grande, saudade que eu sinto do Clube das Paz, do Vassouras, passistas traçando tesouras nas ruas repletas de lá. Batidas de bumbo são maracatus, retardados, chegando à cidade cansados, com seus estandartes no ar.
I was in the Air Force. I was in the military. I started off working as a security guard, and I wanted to get on with law enforcement, and that didn't go well. So I joined the U.S. Air Force, and they had a job as a firefighter, and I got stationed in Honduras, and I lived in Hawaii, and then I also lived in North Dakota. So it was a good experience. Then while I was in North Dakota, I got this job in Iraq, which paid a lot of money, and I went there, and I worked, and I'm still working there. I'm hoping to stay until we actually leave from Iraq. And since I've been in Iraq, I've been able to fight some fires. I had a picture of me fighting fires, but I don't have that with me. But I fought some pretty heavy fires last year. And this year we've had an aircraft emergency. An aircraft landed with the wheels didn't go. The wheels didn't go up. I mean, it crash landed, and I was able to take command and to mitigate the emergency. So I feel that I'm doing something productive. I'm helping people. But at the same time, the real reason that I'm there is for the money, and most of the reason the people there is for the money. But because it is a highly stressful job, you don't get to leave and go home. You have to stay there all the time and work every day. You know, and if you're not working every day, you're going to be getting up every day and having to go to roll call, which is stressful. Yes, it is an invasion. We went there on the premise of weapons of mass destruction, and there are none. They never found any. So it was a lie. Bush lied. He lied to the American people, and he should be in jail for what he did. But he put certain things before he left office, so he would never be prosecuted. So he absolved himself of any type of problems that would happen. They were happy when we first got there. Now they're ready for us to leave. They don't want us to be there anymore. They want to have their own country. But what's going to happen is, I believe that there's going to be a revolution, and that they're gonna see the government that we placed there as an American instilled government. So they'll revolt. They only understand brutality. So for the last 35 years, it was a brutal force that they had to deal with. And now you have brutal people that are coming into power, that are trying to steal and make Iraq even more difficult to live there and to work there. The economy is a mess. It's difficult to live there. There's a lot of garbage when you fly into Baghdad. There's a lot of garbage that you see all around. You don't see much farming. Just now, recently, I started to see farms as I was flying out of Iraq, but they don't have, most of it is desert, and they don't have really the infrastructure to build their agriculture. So they're just starting to get back on their feet, but it's going to be some time before they get to become a strong economy again. This guy they arrested. You know, huh? Oh!
Não, nem vi tudo.
It's a depressing environment. It is a depressing environment. There's a lot of people that get depressed there, and they don't know how to manage stress. They end up just becoming very angry and sad people, you know, including our chief. The chief gets like that. He gets real stressed, and he takes it out on everybody. I mean, he gets mean. Well, I don't really know why they shoot themselves, but they get sad being over there, away from family, and they, for whatever reason, they just decide to kill themselves. A lot of them want to go home, and they can't go home because they stop loss them. Do you know what stop loss is? It's when you join the military for like, let's say 4 years. Now it's your time to get out of the military. But because the army's short of people, they say, no, we're not going to let you go now. You have to wait, you have to finish your tour in Iraq. And they put them there for like 15 months. 15 months. It's going to be very difficult for Obama to rebuild the economy. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And the America's healthcare system is one of the worst in the world. He's trying to rebuild it, but he can't keep spending money. He's spent almost $1 trillion already into putting stuff into the American economy, trying to stimulate the economy, but I don't think it's going to work. I think it's just a band-aid. How can you fix a problem by spending more money? It doesn't make any sense.
Engage. Roger, firing.
6.1 radio check.
0.1 black stick. Engage again. Roger, firing again.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth being there. It's worth my time being there because I get paid. But I mean, the government, what I get paid a lot, but the government gets charged like double. So the company makes double off of what I make. See how it works is, the more hours you work, the more money you get. The less hours you work, the less money you get. So you want to work more hours. The maximum of hours you work, that's how you get the most amount of money. I know, right? I asked myself that same question. It's the money.
Depoimento aí, tira onda aí.
Depoimento. Eu quero pegar o bucho, eu quero comer o rabo dele.